And hello, welcome back. We are on Newark by Night, the story of our, well, not quite heroes, but kindred. Kindred who find themselves without ghouls tonight. Often the ghouls are the ones who take care of the kindred rather than the other way around. But the ghouls are away for various reasons. So we're going to start this evening with Prunella. Prunella always wakes up just a little bit earlier than most kindred. She's a little bit more human, which is ironic in that she kind of finds humans gross. As we open on Prunella, we find her rousing in her bed. Cat, von Willebrand, has been sleeping on her chest. As her eyes flutter open, von Willebrand's paw reaches out and just plops on the tip of her nose. Not quite a smack, just sort of like an indication you should just stay asleep. How does Prunella deal with that?
How does Prunella feel about being bopped on the face?
Yes.
She'd huff, because I'm sure it's really common now for him to do that to her.
How did you wake up hungry?
I did not wake up hungry, and I had to roll twice to blush.
Okay. All right. So you wake up, and it's quiet. It's more quiet than it's been in a very long time for you. It's just you and your cat.
Don't like it. She'd get up and I guess, because I assume we don't actually have... Do we have a TV in our living room? Do we have a TV at all?
You've never needed one, so...
We're not TV people, I suppose.
Yeah.
We can get a TV.
But you get up, get dressed.
That's what we do tonight. We go to a Best Buy and buy a TV.
As you come out into the living room, again, it's so quiet. It's absolutely dead quiet. And there's a point whenever you live with someone that you can sort of sense when they're not around. Just it doesn't feel right. The noise that they make isn't there. There's no smell of tea or smoke. None of it.
Well, she'd go about feeding Willie, and I guess she'd clean.
As you're cleaning, you get a message from the pet shop. It says a new supply of puppies have arrived.
Okay.
That's all.
6 question mark?
One purebred German Shepherd, one purebred Poodle.
But they're puppies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not eating puppies.
Oh no, but you're...
She just wants pics.
Okay, they will send you pics of all of the puppies.
They're so cute!
They are, in fact, adorable. That's how they're designed.
There's always the cow downstairs, I'm just saying.
Oh. Probably wait for her to wake up, but she's gonna go check Ronaldo.
Um, as we have you sort of processing this, let's open up on Ollie. Ollie, you wake up, and for the first time in months, you don't feel that urgent pressure in the back of your head forcing you to want to make art. You may still want to, but it's not like something you're being forced to do.
Ollie would, I think, almost out of a habit at this point, like get up and immediately head over to his art table and then stop and sort of think about what Phil had said. And then he would go to his closet and take down a large case, open the case, take out a guitar. It's an electric guitar. He wouldn't plug it into an amp. He would just start playing quietly in his room.
Okay. Well, that works. Prunella, you were going to go check on Ronaldo? Okay. You come and knock on the door. Ronaldo answers the door in full Doc Brown fashion of swinging open rapidly. Yeah? What? Hi. It wasn't me.
Hi, Ronaldo.
Yeah?
How are you? How was your day? What wasn't you?
What? If it wasn't me, then how would I know what I wasn't in?
Well, what were you preemptively denying?
Well, I don't know. You tell me.
I sleep during the day. I don't usually know something's gone wrong until much later. So if there's a surprise waiting for me somewhere, you could be kind enough to let me not be surprised.
Oh. Yeah, that would be good. Can I help you?
I'm just checking on you, Ronaldo. How's the cow? You're not... She's gonna like glance around, remembering that somehow his apartment is bigger than it's supposed to be. How's things?
Actually, the apartment looks smaller.
It looks back to normal.
Back to normal. But there is a cow still. And it just looks over at you.
What was his name? Betsy? Daisy?
Mm-hmm. Daisy.
Daisy. Hi, Daisy. No need to hide.
After a moment or two, Ronaldo goes, "Oh, I get it." Excellent. Wait, where's Amelia? Did you eat Amelia?
I'm a little offended because that's disgusting. But no, I think the girls are busy.
I thought you were...
I don't know. They do things. No, I didn't eat her. Stop it.
Okay. But you do the thing, right?
Yeah, but my tastes are a little different. What kind of cow is that, anyways?
It's a cow. I've got its papers around here somewhere. You want me to find them?
Yeah, you can send me a PDF to my email or something. I'm just curious what her heritage and breeding might involve.
I think she's a brown Swiss. I think that's the breed. Why?
No reason.
Okay. Hey, do you want to try out my latest experiment?
Is this another thing that lets people talk to ghosts, or?
Oh, no. I think we've discovered that one more or less works. Oh, yeah, my latest experiment. Well, it freezes all biological function.
It what?
Well, it freezes all biological function. They cease to.
Well, wouldn't that kill someone?
Well, I mean, it also freezes all of the decaying functions, all of the consumption of oxygen, all of the things that are required that would have killed you if you didn't have the rest of it.
No, I'm good. I don't know if that's a good idea with my kind, because we already have certain stuff frozen.
Oh, all right. Well,
But please do not go and do that to some innocent other person. You should test it on, well, nothing alive. I don't think that that's a humane thing to test. You can't, a plant, they're biological. It would be harder for you to tell if it worked, I guess.
Are you suggesting I should try a different line of research?
I think you shouldn't do things that require testing on living beings in any way to prove that they work. Maybe do things that don't need living beings to prove they work.
Good point. I could kill things and then use that. That seems messy. I don't like killing things.
You know, something in me says to not suggest you be a Frankenstein and bring things back from the dead that are already dead that you had nothing to do with the death of. So how about something, time travel?
Oh, time travel. Hey, that would be interesting. I could probably stuck this entire building into the 1920s. Wouldn't that be fun?
For a night or two? Sure. As long as you could bring us back and maybe give us a heads up beforehand.
You could be a fashion icon 100 years before your time.
Yes, I'll bring polyester to the masses.
Oh, yes. I mean, surely. Kind of are.
Thank you. Well, I was just checking on you. I'm gonna.
Thank you, Prunella.
I'll be upstairs.
He'll pause for a moment. Brain is sometimes a little foggy. Thank you, Prue.
What?
The mind is a little foggy. Doesn't work right anymore. But thank you for checking on me.
Oh, you're welcome. As long as you're happy. Do you your family? You said you had. Have you checked in with them? And that fella that came by, that was worried about you.
Yeah.
That said he could help us sometimes.
Yeah, he's currently busy, but I don't want to talk to my family. That kind of hurts.
Okay.
I can't focus, and my memories are a little scrambled, and it can be unpleasant, frustrating.
At all? Do you feel day to day? Do you get a little unscrambled?
Sometimes, like right now.
That's good. How much? Well, you said you don't really know too much, but how much of our stuff, my side of things, were you knowledgeable of once upon a time?
Some of that's a bit of a mess, but you're dead.
Clinically?
Yeah. But in a lot of metaphysical ways too. When one of my kind gets embraced, it kills the part of us that makes us mages. Kills the avatar. So we're not big fans of the Tremere. They used to be us, and then they chose to become vampires to keep immortality. Magic was changing, you see. The rules changed, and they weren't going to be immortal anymore, so they decided to become vampires to become immortal.
Then why were you... I mean, I know that there's something with you and Francis, but I mean, wouldn't his decision, if it was a decision, have been kind of not okay? Why'd you keep in touch?
I think you are assuming too much. He didn't have a lot of choice. He wasn't a good. He wasn't a good person when he was not dead. To be clear, he did some terrible things. I mean, his kid turned out all right, but anyway. Are you all right?
I am trying to be.
Okay. Take care of yourself, Prunella.
I do.
Good. I'm rooting for you. Even when I'm a little... Okay?
So you know about the Tremere? Have you ever heard of Fist of Cain?
No. I know Cain's a thing for you people. Like, it's part of your mythology. Descended from.
Yeah, but seems to be a cell cult something that's around right now. Just curious if you were familiar with whatever it is.
No. I didn't know too much about your own mythology. I know that there's a whole thing about Cain. I don't know all of the details of your thing. But you've been nicer to me than what I was led to believe, to expect. So
I'm apparently one of the nice ones.
Good. You look very pretty tonight.
Thank you.
Now, I think I hear Ollie doing horrible things to a guitar right now.
He's not that bad.
You can hear that?
Oh yeah, I sort of cranked up my senses tonight.
For a particular reason?
Oh, there's this guy who goes walking by, some sort of priest. Wanted to see if he was saying anything as he walked by.
Oh. Yeah, that guy comes by our neck of the woods a lot, it seems.
Yeah, I think he's watching you.
Hey, you know weird stuff. Does potluck, is that a code for something?
Potluck?
Yeah, he keeps inviting us to a potluck. And I know what a potluck is. It's just, I don't think that's what he means.
I wouldn't know what he meant. Although it'd be nice to go to a potluck. Maybe I'll go to a potluck.
You know, you eat, so you're welcome to go to a potluck. And you're also not dead, so I'm sure it would be fine for you to go to church.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's free food.
Yeah.
And I hear that religious people put butter in everything.
Yeah, I'm Jewish, so I don't spend much time in Catholic churches. But okay. But listen, I'm gonna go and strap things to places you don't want to know about because I have an idea for a thing. So maybe I'm gonna let you go.
Okay, I will make sure that one of the girls checks on you tomorrow.
Oh, I appreciate it. Yeah, But yeah, as far as Francis, he was kind of a messed up guy before he became Kindred. He's got a kid out there that turned out all right, but other than that,
So he's not as old as I thought he was.
oh no, he's maybe 50,
Huh.
50 something.
He gives off like 80-something vibes, so
Yeah, but no, he's only about 50 something. He's a cousin, you might say. He was one of us.
Is his son got an avatar? Is he like you?
Daughter.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it doesn't necessarily follow in bloodlines.
So she's like in her 30s.
Something like that. Good kid.
Please tell me she doesn't live anywhere near here. Please tell me she lives on the other side of the planet.
I couldn't tell you that if I wanted to.
Oh.
But anyway, I'm gonna go strap up. If you hear any it's fine.
Like I said, don't break anything.
Oh, I won't. And he'll close the door, and as he's closing, come on, Daisy, we're gonna have some fun.
And she'll go back upstairs.
Ollie, do you have the performance skill?
I do. I've got 2 dots in performance for the specialty in guitar.
All right. Well, give me a charisma plus performance.
All right, and I got 1 hungrier on my rouse.
Oh, good.
2 whole dots. 2 whole dots. Don't you diss his 2 whole dots.
3 successes.
Okay. So you're kind of getting back into the rhythm of it, and you haven't done this in a while, but you're remembering the chords. You're remembering how to do it. And Prunella comes back up, and as she walks in to speak to you, her phone rings.
You gonna get that? No.
She'll look at it.
Unknown number.
She's gonna ignore it.
Okay.
See if they try again or leave a voicemail.
After a few more minutes, and Ollie's sitting there. He's doing a good job with the guitar. Actually, it's not bad. He's not going to put Springsteen out of work or anything, but
Telemarketer? Is that
Like,
a telemarketer?
Old.
yeah. But you, the phone rings again.
She'll answer.
Hey, I've been told you were looking for us. Is this Ollie?
On speaker? I'm just asking.
Honest, as soon as they ask, is this Ollie, she's gonna put it on speaker and be like, this is his roommate.
Hi.
Listen, he was given this number. Tremere. He said y'all were looking for me.
I don't know who you are.
We're looking for lots of people these days. Which one might you?
That's also true.
I'm one of the ones that runs with animals. I hear y'all are looking for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, honestly, I wasn't going to call, but he said that it was a Toreador named Ollie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had some friends who were Toreador. He also said something about a Ventru, but I told him that we would probably want to eat a Ventru if they showed out here.
Yeah. Fuck Ventru, right?
Yeah. No, absolutely. They're just terrible.
Right? I mean, always want to be in control of everything around them. Tell them what to do. Everything has to fit in a particular place.
Yeah, it's just, there's just a stick constantly like just shoved up there. No one wants to deal with that.
Yeah. So I hear y'all want to talk to us. Tell you what, come out to the park and we'll meet with you. Bring who you need to. If it's more than 2 or 3, well, you might not come back with everyone, but
we'll keep the party small then.
sounds good.
Anything we should bring? Beer, snacks, the usual.
No, we got all we need out here, but I was told y'all wanted to talk to us, proposition to make or something. So why don't y'all come on out?
Right. Head out shortly? Yeah.
Sure. Me and the pack leader will be there. We'll meet you at this location, and there'll be a bing as a location is set in text.
We'll be there shortly. I think we just need to get our things in order.
All right. Click.
So you're not adventuring tonight.
It would seem that I may not attend with that as what we're going with.
I mean, I think you should go. You. No one who doesn't know who you are is going to think you're a adventurer. I'm just saying. I mean that in the nicest way possible.
Thanks.
I mean, you've met some of the adventurer in New York. They're not as nearly as nice as you are.
New York Ventrus are a whole category on their own.
Well, fair.
It's like, Portland Ventru. They're their own category as well.
I did not deal with a lot of them on the West Coast, and then New York was my first taste of that, and I did not like it at all. So, but you've been fantastic, like best roommate for sure.
All right.
But are we gonna go? Are we gonna do this thing? What were we supposed to negotiate again?
I have a deal, and I was hoping to get advice from the only kindred that don't hate us, which is the Brujah. But
you could try and contact.
You can do the talking. I'll shut up. I can do that. I can shut up. But we have to convince them to stay.
I mean, well, to stay in the city. So we want to convince them that.
It sounded like they needed to not just stay. Francis needs them to want to be a part of our Anarch cell. They need to give a fuck about gold.
Okay.
And I don't know what your feelings on the matter were. I know Sage isn't happy with how I went about it, but I really think that we should get Hawk away from Francis. And also, he's important to me.
Well, that's good enough reason for me. Let's get it done.
Okie dokie.
Do we have a plan? What are we gonna tell them about?
Well, I don't know a lot about Gangrel. That's why I wanted to talk to the Bruja.
You have the number.
Yeah, we can call them.
Well, don't we need to go there now? How much time do we have before we need to show up?
I mean, we've only been it's early still. We could probably wait a couple hours. I imagine they're sort of in the park for a while.
Well, she'll send a text to that person's dead. That person's dead. I guess the only person whose contact she would still have would be the old lady.
Billy.
Billy, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I guess of all the people to have still the number of, that's the best one.
Do you want to call Billy? Do you want me to call Billy? Do you want to just swing by? What do you think? Probably should let her know we're coming by.
Well,
right?
we do know where they hang out, right? We've been there.
Do.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah. Okay, then she's like, well, yeah, let's. They seem to like us a lot after the last thing, so maybe it'd be all right for us to just show up.
Yeah, I think so. I hope so. Let's go find out. Ollie's gonna head to the door and grab his keys.
She's like, I like your outfit.
Thank you. I'm
Where did
trying
that come
something.
from? Did you get that out of my closet?
Did I just did you put your stuff in? Is this one of your originals? I wasn't sure where it came from. It just sort of showed up in my
If it
closet.
doesn't have a tag, I might have made it.
It does not have a tag.
Oh, well, then look, it's perfect for you.
Maybe it got stuck. Did it get stuck in the dryer? Maybe.
Oh, that's true. I do wash stuff just after I finish it to get rid of any fuzzes and stuff.
Can I keep it?
You can keep it.
Thank you so much.
So, as the two of you take, what vehicle are you taking? Because you've got a few, don't you?
I've got, I think, 3 or 2.
Out of curiosity, we're a 2-story apartment building with 4 apartments.
Yep.
And how big is this garage?
Well,
Is there covered parking round back?
Yeah, pretty much, actually. It's covered parking. It's not really a garage so much.
We've never talked about this. And where do we store all these cars?
I only have 2 cars. I just checked. And I think, unless Prunella was objecting to it, we would take the Camaro. It's orange. It's fast. It's very fast. Or we take the passenger van. It's a Mercedes. They're both very nice.
Again, I don't really know enough about Gangrel to know if coming in with a sports car could help. I guess I shouldn't think like myself. And you we're probably the worst 2 people to try and.
We'll figure it out. Let's go see Billy and then see if Billy has any advice.
Let's take the Camaro. I don't want to bring a bunch of empty seats. Let's just.
All right.
So you go over to this sort of bar, really, underneath an apartment building. The first floor is a bar, like one of those sunken underground kind of numbers, and then there are apartments above it. You pull up. There's a line of motorcycles in front of the place. As you
should get a motorcycle. Do you know how to ride a motorcycle?
I don't even think I can drive.
It's okay. Just hang on the back. It'll be fine.
Yeah. Don't tell her what it's called. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So you walk down into the bar, and you see a few people sitting around. Immediately, you can tell that there are humans in here as well as Kindred. Big, beefy fellows. Someone who, there's one guy who's 6'3" and looks a bit more like me. Gray hair, tattoos up and down his arm, sort of gives a nod to you as you walk in.
So he's still shorter than Ollie then.
Yeah. You've got a bunch of different people, and all of them sort of, both human and kindred alike, watch the two of you come in the way predators watch things that are tasty walking through their territory.
Do we see Billy?
She's in the back. She has a booth.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna try to move through and not touch anybody. Well, at least Prue's not. Prue's gonna be like,
Ollie would probably walk a little bit in front of Prue to sort of make a path that is touch-free, mostly, hopefully.
it's like that scene in 10 Things I Hate About You when the two nerd boys should not be in that bar.
So, as you walk up to Billy, she looks over at both of you in a praising look. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Billy.
What brings you down here?
Hey.
Probably could guess. We need help.
Advice?
Advice.
More than anything, I think.
No, you don't. We don't need like physical help.
Oh, good. Good.
We're just
I was hoping you hadn't gone that venture.
no.
All right. Sit down.
Ollie would actually wait for Prunella to sit down.
We slide onto the booth. She's totally gonna like look at the booth, look at the table, pull out a wet wipe.
The table is seasoned with scratches of names, like and initials and knife marks. It's old wood, and it's lacquered over to a certain extent, but it looks like it's been there for 100 years. Lots of texture.
She it's a brief wipe on the table, and then it's more about right where she's gonna sit as she slides into the booth. She's just hands.
The upholstery is a little bit cracked and torn as you slide in.
Ollie will sit on the end, sort of. Do you want to tell her, or do you want me to try to tell her?
Oh, I don't assume that they wouldn't already be aware. There's some, and she does this whole look at all of the mortals in the area, and then comes back to Billy and is like, there's some rough types, rougher than y'all types.
I wouldn't go that far. They're out in the woods, though.
Not.
All right.
I figured y'all know that there's a group of them about.
Yeah, I know of them. They've been out there for a while. They're not exactly the most civilized type.
Yeah, so we've heard. We need to have a conversation, I think.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Why?
We are going to go. We're gonna meet them, and I might have promised to persuade them to stick around.
Are you
even
stupid?
lend a hand?
I'm spunky.
Okay, well, you want to know how to appeal to them, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Okay.
I
can
did
handle
learn
that.
one thing. I am not Ventru, apparently. I have learned that lesson very quickly.
Yeah, don't lie to them now.
I'm not going to lie. I'm just not going to lead with that.
All right. But if you obscure it, they're going to hate you more.
Noted. Maybe reveal that information in a fun, non-hating way.
You know, I hate my sire. Who's Ventru? It's totally a thing you can do. Everyone's got daddy issues, right?
Billy looks at you. Huh. I figured you for having mommy issues, but all right.
Wow.
You should hear him play guitar. He's very talented.
You got to convince them that there's something that they want.
Well, that's the thing. What is important to them? What
They are very focused on the pack.
Family. They're family oriented.
Yeah. You make it clear to them that they'll be safer, that they'll have an easier time. They might go for it.
Safety, autonomy.
Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't want those things? Okay.
And assure them that they're not going to be used as weapons.
So they're not aggressive.
That's not how that works. The folks across the river, you know, the more organized types, they had a bad history of using their family and my family as fucking shock troops.
Okay.
We don't like that very much.
No. So, I'm fairly certain if we were to look at how my group in particular has been used for the benefit of this community, I don't know how much I can advocate for that being true as a absolute. But yeah, y'all are a little bit more honest.
That's actually not a bad point, though. We all are in this. It's not Billy or our potential new friends. It's a little bit of everybody, which I think is a little more fair, a little more balanced.
You convince them that they're not being brought in to be shock troops in some war. You'll have an easier time of it.
What if there's something that is everyone's problem going on?
Like what?
Well, for the moment, we're fairly certain that he's not a pressing problem, but that dragon is still at large. Well, he ain't dead. And he definitely wants to come back and fuck up our lives and everyone around us. But then there's like this whole other thing that we just recently are dealing with, if you haven't heard.
Heard what?
What did I say earlier? What are they called? And she's gonna be like, we should whisper.
They like animals. You like animals, right? Or are we talking about something else?
Well, no, the guy in the car and the cosplayers.
Oh, those. Yeah, that's
And my aunt and stuff.
Yeah, the other political faction. Yeah, one of those showed up recently.
Like, I know there were two things you said to us. I can only remember the second thing, the Fist of Cain. I forgot what the other thing was.
Yeah, no, that's Hari.
Yeah. So Prue's gonna be like, whisper, since she doesn't know how to tongue-in-cheek say those two things.
That's just, all right.
That's apparently where the blonde bitch I'm related to has run off to, and why she was here in the first place. Which again, I have come to understand that is more than just our problem if they come back.
Huh.
So I'm not wanting to put anybody in front of, and that's not my place. I mean, I don't speak for
No, no.
but
As
there
far
are
as
some problems on the rise.
as far as the ones that are fond of fisting, they're an odd bunch, but they've been sniffing around for years. Back in the 90s, they tried to do some unpleasant stuff, but you know, we don't know that they have the numbers anymore to do it. But it's good to know that one's sniffing around. All right. Yeah, you might mention that one. As far as the
He fancies himself a photographer. Just
as far as the Lilith Pagan Club, they come in a lot of different varieties. Some of them aren't so bad. They help the poor, help the downtrodden, make sure that there's protection for women in a society that there isn't a lot. They're not all bad. They've got some bad folks in them. But I suppose that's a bit like your family, she says, looking at Prunella.
Yeah, well, I'm more of an exception than a rule.
You still got the stick up your ass?
Would you say I had one when you first met me, or would you say I have one now?
Well, you had one when you threw down with our party boy who lost his head.
I like to think that I used that stick.
used it for good. Yeah, you have to use your stick
I
for
use
good.
my stick for good, Billy.
All right.
Don't concern yourself for where I keep it.
Fair enough. But that's the advice I can give you. Be honest with them. Explain to them the benefits. Don't push them, and do not let them think for a moment you want them as soldiers. They don't like that.
What about their feelings on companions? The companions that some of us keep during the day.
You mean like your girl Sage?
Yes. How do they feel about them? Are they more abusive or more
It's not
humane?
it's not really a unified thing there. A lot of them have animal companions.
Yeah, like me.
No, I mean animal companions.
Oh.
Why don't you? You should get an animal companion. I mean, like maybe Von Willibrand. Maybe not. I don't know.
I'm just saying.
They treat they are humane to them. They are part of their family, or they think of them as nothing more than tools themselves.
Depends on them. Like the older ones tend to be a bit more cruel just because they're old and they become a little less friendly in general. Older kindred tend to get a little meaner, little less empathetic, let's say. But for the most part, like I've met a couple over the years that they treated them like a member of the family, the way somebody who really loves their pets does. But I've heard horror stories too, so.
Noted.
I mean, it's not like we don't know some stories of folks who were treated that way in the human category, right? You're muted.
Yeah, that's pretty consistent. True.
All right. Well, anything else I can help you with?
Nah, Billy. I think I'm good. Drew, you okay?
Yeah, we know more than we did, and I have some thoughts on how to go about this.
All
So
right.
maybe we won't die.
That'd be a damn shame. You're amusing as a venture goes. I like you.
It has been lovely knowing you. I hope to drop in on you again someday.
Don't.
Okay.
You should have called.
We'll call next time.
Yeah.
I wanted to call. He told me not to.
Yeah. All right. Let's go. Thank you, Billy. We'll leave now.
No, that's all right. But yeah, dropping into somebody's house without calling first, that's a good way to lose your head.
I like my head.
This is your house.
Keep it.
This is yours.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't know that. We just knew you hung out here sometimes. So yeah.
So
Good
Prue is gonna get her purse. She's gonna look at how much cash she might actually just physically cash on her. However much it is. She's gonna put it down and say very loudly, "A round of drinks for the bar."
Billy will just stare at you for a bit. She nods. She doesn't do anything. She just stares.
I was this close to being like, "Voice of Hotteston, round of drinks for the bar."
You might need that later.
Yeah, I was like, never mind. She's loud and grating enough on her own. She doesn't.
All right. So you get up to leave, and you have the location. It's as a coordinates rather than an address.
Makes sense. We're geocaching. This is gonna be fun.
When you search on it in Google Maps to find the directions, it's in the Pyramid Mountain State Park, which is about half an hour outside of town.
I get there pretty quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, when we get close,
Yeah.
we should not go all the way up in the car. Maybe we should go on foot a little bit.
I think that's a good call. Also the buying the drinks thing. I think that was probably the most Ventrue thing I've ever seen you do.
I came into someone's house technically without permission, and it's a business. Ventrue or not, I owe them.
Look, I'm not saying it was a bad call. I'm saying it's just, if that's the most Ventrue you ever become, I think you're doing all right.
I'm only Ventrue when it's polite to be.
That's a good way to be. I like that.
All right.
You use the stick for good, and you're only Ventrue when it's polite. I like it.
Yes,
So
I'm making a whole new list of personal traditions.
So you managed to make your way to this park. There is a parking area, and then there's a trail that leads off in the direction of the indicated location.
How well lit is this parking area?
Not very.
How many other vehicles?
None.
Shall we go?
Prue's still gonna wits and awareness as they get out of the car.
Okay.
And Ollie is definitely going to be activating heightened senses and sense the unseen.
Okay.
What? Oh.
You all right?
3.
3. Okay.
Sorry, Prues or dice are hard to see in dim lighting, like what the numbers are. So I have to get close and squint at them and be like, is that a 9 or a 6?
And Ollie?
6 with a crit.
Of course you did.
Just to be clear, I can't add my Ostex pool. I did. If not, I can roll again.
No. You're
Okay.
So as Prunella, you notice that there's even a business hours sign next to the park and a chain that isn't up to keep you from getting into it. Like the chain would normally be there, it's disconnected right now. Ollie, you notice something odd. You don't normally see crows at night, but there are some crows watching you from on top of one of the light stands. They're up on the top of the light, so you could almost miss them if you weren't paying attention.
That's kind of weird. Do you see the? Let's just head to the place. Look at
Wait, what's weird?
the birds. You don't see the birds up there?
She's gonna
Crows.
look up. And would inside or animalkin be of any use to like her guessing that those are probably familiars especially after what they were just told about companions with the gangrel?
Give me a wits plus animalkin.
What's that? 3 and 2, 3 and 3. 3 and 3. One, 2, 3, 4 successes.
Okay. You know that it is probably animals under control. You don't know if they're familiars or just simply being controlled by something with the ability to control animals, but they are not acting normally.
Okay. Well, I have an idea.
I'm all ears.
We should start heading down the trail and get into some darkness and cover.
Okay. Sounds
and then
good.
and then don't freak out.
You want me to not freak out, or
Don't freak out.
why would I freak out?
Let's go.
Okay.
So once they get into dark cover, like tree cover and darkness, Prunella is going to shapeshift.
Okay. What are you shapeshifting into?
What did I write? Large feline. Yes, I had decided it would be, because I was reading and it was like, I could be a big cat. Prunella would be a big cat.
So I'm going to ask, do you disrobe first?
I was gonna actually ask. I was like, does she need to disrobe, or is this one of those like the clothes just disappear thing?
No, they will
See,
rip apart.
all the more reason to be like, just don't freak out. But it's the dark.
Yeah, so in the dark.
Hiding senses on it doesn't matter.
Yeah. In the dark.
Should I turn around?
Walks up into a shadow and starts taking her clothes off.
So this is how she'll go about it. Y'all will get into the dark, and then she'll just start literally handing you items of clothing, and it's when she gets to certain layer that's when you'll probably be like, "What?"
Oh, I'll just turn away and have the hand up. What is happening?
She'll just take just about everything and hand it to you, and she's gonna be like really neat with it too. She's like,
Of course. I could have brought a suitcase or a backpack or
No,
something.
no. Well, I mean, I didn't know I was gonna have to do this, but if we want to be honest and upfront, I need to come in as the most unusual and like them Ventru they have ever met, and I really can't think of any other way than coming in as literally an animal.
Well, you're just naked right now, though. I mean,
No, just fine. And well, first I need to roll.
Yep. Make a rouse check first.
Which one of you has been behaving? Yes.
All
So
right.
I passed my rouse check.
You pass your rouse check. You don't get hungrier. Yay.
Yay.
And you're doing shape shift, shape change. There is no test required. You don't have to roll.
How-
You just
But how
become-
big a cat can I be? Can I specify? Can I? Like, because it just says, and I saw examples, like some people have done like mountain lion, others do like a smaller big cat, like a.
Yeah. I would say a mountain lion is probably about the right size.
So could she? Because it's Prue. Can she? Like, I'm tempted to say leopard. It's Prue. Like
that tracks actually.
It's like
That
either a
tracks.
leopard or a white tiger, because stripes.
Can it be a cheetah? It should be a cheetah. I feel like it should be a cheetah.
From the standpoint of figuring out the physical stats, I will say we'll use the wolf because it's the one I have among the animals that is closest. So
I'm fine with whatever stats you need to apply to it, but
Okay.
I just was like, can I be a flamboyant cat?
you can be a cat. You'll look like a mountain lion for the most part. How flamboyant are you talking about?
Well, I mean, just if she's a leopard, which are similar physique and size to mountain lion, I just
Yeah.
get to have spots.
Sure, I'll allow that. Yeah,
I want to have spots or stripes.
All right. So you're a leopard. So yeah, Ollie, you see Prunella utterly naked, then transform into a leopard.
What? Why didn't you tell me you could do that? And now I'm gonna show up with. Can you even talk like that? Can you talk? Oh, you can't. Okay, so this is just. I guess I'll take your. I like hold the clothes. And then sort of take out his phone. I guess I'm going that way. You coming? It just sort of walks.
And in hindsight, this will successfully keep her from talking.
Yeah, it will in fact keep her from talking. Sort
Can
of.
you use the voice thing with the roar? Is that a thing you could do? Never mind.
Why are
Ollie's
you...
gonna go ahead and head to the meeting point. Is Prunella hiding or like stealthing, or is Prunella just walking next to Ollie? But
I
as
think
a
she's gonna
cat.
take a very I am with him, and also like not hiding behind you. She's walking with you and probably making sure she's head high, very like I protect. Rare.
How the tables have turned.
This is her first time.
Yeah, so Ollie's just gonna occasionally look over and just keep walking, but just like look over at Prunella.
She'll do the cat like, what's up?
So I think we're going to do our normal 5-minute break. At this
Prunella,
point.
I think you spent way too much time with Von Willebrand, is what I think has happened.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
5-minute break, let's go.
Yeah, let's call it a 5-minute break. We'll be right back. Everybody, get up, use the restroom, grab yourself a drink, and we'll be right back.
Sounds good.
Talk to you in a bit. right, and we have returned once more to Newark. Well, at this point, just a little outside Newark, at Pyramid Mountain. As the two of you were going through the dark, Ollie, dressed like he's going to a rave, and Prunella, in, well, let's say leopard print. As you follow the trail, you find your way to a bridge. It's a bridge over a creek. A lot of the land around Newark, the wildland, is actually swampy. So a lot of wetlands and such. But you find this bridge, and sitting on one side is a larger man. He's about Ollie's height, honestly. He's a big guy. Wearing overalls. And standing next to him, also in overalls, is a much smaller woman. Looks maybe 20 at most. She does not look very old at all. So, as you walk up, how do you introduce yourself?
I think we spoke on the phone. Did we speak on? Was it you I talked to?
I'm Charlie. This is Charlie.
I'm Ollie, and this is Prunella. Just a gesture towards my friendly leopard next to me.
The girl looks at you intently for a second, and then looks at Prunella, squints a little, and makes a growling noise that Prunella recognizes as language. And
What do
Prunella,
I hear?
you hear,
I know it's not nice.
who are you?
She will say Prunella, but I'm sure it sounds not like that to Ollie.
Change back.
Okie dokie.
Do you change back?
Yes, but I just like the idea that whatever okie dokie sounds like in leopard is what everyone just heard.
I like that.
So, yeah, Prunella appears to shape-shift back into her normal size and shape.
Ollie's gonna sort of reach out with her pile of clothes.
She can get dressed amazingly fast. It is like a talent.
Yeah, I imagine
I'll
so.
even roll.
No, you're good. I believe you. And the younger looking woman walks forward. I'm the leader of this pack. What can I do for you?
For me, for us,
You're here.
You want to? Can we sit? Show me the sights. You want to talk right here? Here's fine.
You're in our territory. You're
That's
on.
why there was a question mark.
Yeah. And we're not friends. We don't
Well,
generally show our other kindred around our territory. We're doing a courtesy here. So, what are you here for?
Well, we want to be friends. It's kind of one of the main through lines. She's gonna look at Ollie because she took it, as far as Prunella is concerned, that is a true statement. But she's not gonna speak for Ollie.
yeah, no, I think that's fair. I think that we have potentially a decent amount to offer each other. My friend here is a veterinarian. She's very talented. I'm a bit of an artist.
your mic's messing up.
Test. Hello.
That's a little better. That's a little
Okay.
better.
Yeah. So my friend's a veterinarian. She's doing great. We just sort of like to see you sharing some of the protection that we have, and maybe we can help you out with some. I have no idea what you need, but perhaps we can help each other out.
Like, full disclosure, we do somewhat speak for the Baron of this area, but we also do things for ourselves and for our friends, and we tend to not really be all expecting things in return too much.
She will stare at Prunella for a long moment. I'm guessing you're not family.
Oh, what? No. But I can do some things that normally my type don't do. I do a lot of things my type don't do.
And
Pretty
what
much
is
all
your
the things.
type?
Well, I sadly am a Ventru.
Sadly, huh?
Well, not that many of us are given a choice, but I don't think I would have chosen this.
And you're Toreador.
I didn't do good. They kind of kicked me out, but I'm kind of glad because I really don't like how they do stuff over there.
Yes, I'm a Toreador. It's accurate.
Why do you look more like a Bruja?
I spend a lot of time with some of the Bruja, I guess. Maybe just they rub off on me. I'm not incapable of defending myself.
All right. Let's get to business, I guess.
Yeah.
What's in it for us?
Well,
I
as
think-
you said, I'm a veterinarian, so I would gladly help with any of your
We
fur
have
babies.
veterinarians. We don't need your help on that front.
Well, I'm also a doctor, but that's not really something our kind need very often, ever.
I don't know if you. Well, I'll just put it this way. At very least, there's information in it for you. If nothing else, there's a great deal of information, things that are going on that could impact you, things that could, potentially threaten your family. Not us. I'm not making any veiled threats or anything like that. I'm simply saying that there's stuff
He's
going on.
not very good at this, she says as she looks at Prunella. Are you better at it?
Usually, but I was kind of told that it might be better that I don't. Just
Alright.
as I'm sure you make assumptions on our clans, we are clearly making assumptions about yours, but I didn't want to offend you by speaking simply because of what I am.
We're all about loyalty. Family. Why should we trust you if you're not loyal to yours?
We don't buy into the shared blood being the only family you can have. We've found family amongst all types. It helps us understand one another to be aware of that particular detail, but it isn't really why we choose to care for them, fight for them, support them. I live with Ollie. There is art everywhere.
Brunella's family.
Give me a persuasion check, Prunella, with charisma plus persuasion, or manipulation plus persuasion, if you would prefer. And you'll get a bonus die because of Ollie's there to help you. If you have any presents like awe, you can add your awe. If you have the beautiful trait of appearance traits, you can add dice for that.
Like, I don't think I wasted points on beauty. No.
Okay.
Okay, so Ollie's beautiful.
I wanted other things.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's fair.
I think the decision came because I was like, I'm gonna make her dress and do makeup that would make her being beautiful irrelevant. So why bother? 2, 3, 7. It's like, nah, I don't think I'll have Prunella do awe or anything just because that seems dishonest.
Okay.
And Ollie shouldn't use awe right now. Awe. A terrible idea.
Oh yeah.
Damn, just 3.
3. Okay.
I was hoping for at least a 4. Damn.
Well, how would you prove your loyalty?
Well, as far as who we answer to, I have stuck my neck out many times to the potential detriment of myself for my loyalty to gold. He mentioned that there's information that we would freely share, is that there is a Zemitzi that seems to be extremely powerful, dangerous, and doesn't care who anyone is or where they're from, and has just really fucked up shit.
These are words. How are you going to prove it?
Well, I mean, if you guys want me to kill somebody, I'm gonna have to say pass.
That's
Unless
fair.
there's somebody bad, but I'm not just gonna...
You know what? That's fair. Tell you what. Charlie's going to go over there and beat up your friend Ollie. You can try and stop him. If you last more than a minute, standing up to somebody who is bigger and stronger than you, because you're trying to protect somebody you consider family.
Can he defend himself?
No. He has to let you fight.
I mean, that's his choice, though.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna look at Ollie like this is up to you. And it has to be, it can't be the other way around.
That's just him
big?
showing off at that point.
No.
This is you putting yourself at risk. Prove it. Prove that you're loyal to him.
Are you willing to do this?
I was thrown into a wall recently. I don't care anymore.
You're gonna stop if she's done.
I'm not killing her.
It's just a minute, 60 seconds. And as she says 60 seconds...
Ollie is going to activate fleetness in this moment.
Feral weapons.
And I am hungrier. Of course I'm hungrier.
She'll look over to the big guy, Charlie, and Charlie will unhook the overalls and they will drop. And he is naked underneath.
Oh, that's not fair.
And he changes.
Are you going to shapeshift?
And he shapeshifts. Let me see if he gets hungrier. He does not get hungrier. He shifts into a bear.
Bear. I knew you were gonna say fucking bear. I knew you were gonna say a bear.
And he is walking forward.
You know what? Prunella chooses the bear.
Actually, you can only change into one form.
No, I mean, she chose to fight, so clearly.
Yeah. So
Prunella has, even the vampires choose the bear.
Okay. But she's
They're
going her
with me,
normal
Alex.
form.
Mm-hmm.
She's using her normal shape change though, so she turns into her leopard form.
Well, fuck feral weapons. If I'm
Feral
getting a
weapons.
chance a roll,
Feral
because I'm gonna
weapons
get
can.
hungrier. I have a feeling.
Feral weapons can work while in your feline form.
So feral weapons can stack on the stats.
Yeah.
So not fair, because I have a feeling that the stats of a leopard or lion are actually better than a wolf when it comes versus a bear.
And he's crossing the bridge towards Ollie. What are you going to do?
He can't fight, but he can run away. Is that why you judge on fleetness?
I'm not gonna run, but I might try to not take the full blunt of the hits, is what I'm saying, with dexterity and trying to focus on defense.
Oh. Because Yolanda, I guess I need it. So I'm going to chance getting hungrier twice.
Okay.
At least I didn't get hungry when I woke up. Or when I shapeshift the first time. So back to the leopard. I got hungry.
Okay. Did you take your clothes off first this time, or?
Yes.
Okay.
And she so folds everything again, and she eye contacts with the person asking her to do this stupid thing the whole time, just being like,
The
hope
little
you're
girl
enjoying
in overalls, red hair, looking at you.
She's just like, and this, like, it half crosses her mind to hand it to her, just being like, you asked. Fair weapons. Sweet. I did not get hungry.
Okay. And
So
he's walking towards Ollie. Do you get in his way?
I mean, if I'm turned and sharp, yes, she's gonna get in front of him.
Okay. All right. How are you going to try and stop him?
Until he actually makes any, not even move towards, until he is for sure gonna make physical contact, she's just gonna be defensive between him and Ollie. She is so not the aggressor here.
Okie doke. He will try and swat you away. Are you going to try and attack back, or are you going to try and dodge?
So he's swatting downwards, yes, to
Yeah.
hit her on ground level. He's a giant bear. If that's a good enough opportunity, she'll try to leap up his arm towards his back, try to get on his back.
So you're going for an attack.
I mean, she's trying to get on his back.
Okay. Well,
Claw
you
will probably be involved in succeeding in that, but she is just trying to get on his back.
all right? I will say use strength or dex plus ball, whichever you decide you want to use.
Dex plus brawl would be better.
Okay.
Wait, are you using the wolf
no,
stats or are you using the
Yeah,
person
wolf.
stats?
Yeah, you should definitely check the wolf stats there. So you're
Where do I find that?
all right. So the wolf stats is you're rolling 6 dice for anything physical.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, and you have 6 health,
Wolves.
and you get +1 damage because
6,
you're
1,
for your damages.
6, 3, 3.
Like all of your physicals equal 6 right now, because that's how animal stats work. Okay, so strength, dex, and stamina are all 6 right now. Does that make sense?
Okay, so I don't even like. There is no brawl, right?
You can still add your brawl skill. So you're adding 6.
Oh, so
Plus your brawl.
it's just the attributes are now.
Yeah.
6.
But if I have certain skills, I can still apply them.
Yeah.
Okay, so it would be a 6 in brawl.
Okay. So he's attacking you. This is technically an attack. It's more of a grapple attack, but it's an attack. So. Spend a willpower.
Yes. 1,
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with a crit.
Okay.
Damn time.
You tie. So you're both going to kind of take damage. You're going to succeed, but he's going to claw you on your way up. Okay?
I guess with the other claw, I was like, how is that even physically possible?
So, +2 and plus. So, do you have any fortitude?
No.
Oh dear. Okay. So he does. This is superficial damage. It's 7 superficial damage, halved because you're. Oh, actually, not halved because he's using feral weapons. So 7 superficial damage. Your current health as a wolf is 6, so one of those has bled over into aggravated wounds.
So 1 aggro.
What? Wait, it's 7.
Super.
Yeah. You're at 6 health. So yeah, 1 over, so it'll bleed over to being ag, and you are impaired. But you are on his back. What are you going to do?
Impaired how?
And what's that means you'll be at -2 dice for all physical activities. But you did damage to him. How much damage did you do? What's your strength?
Oh, isn't it 6? Wait, where is
6. It's 6.
For the wolves.
It's 6 plus 2 for the feral weapons, plus 1 for being wolf. And with him, it is halved because he has some fortitude that halves the damage. But you still managed to do 3 superficial wounds to him. Basically, you sort of claw into him as you are climbing up onto his back. It is now your go. What are you going to do?
Bite his neck.
Okay.
Oh, so it's like my plan. How to keep him away from Ollie and still attack without putting myself in a less opportune position. The most opportune is behind the bear.
So roll the same die pool you did before, -2, because you're impaired.
Ollie is going to activate Daunt at this point. He's not going to attack. He's just going to hold his ground and activate Daunt.
That's fair.
Wait. Oh, okay. 4 successes.
Okay. Okay. So he got 7. So when you went to bite, he grabbed his claw, sort of reached up to like swat you away. You kind of get the impression he was maybe.
Uh-oh.
Did we? Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay,
This is
everything
never
froze for a second. Okay. Yeah, he reaches back and reaches up with his claw as high as he can, just sort of knock you off. He is actually impaired, so I'll give him a -2 penalty. So yeah, he still manages to dislodge you, and you feel like he's pulling it a bit. Like he realized that he hurt you, and he doesn't want to hurt you too badly. So you take another 4 superficial wounds, or no, another, at this point, 2 aggravated wounds, and you go flying to Ollie's feet.
Do I have to roll to stand up?
Prunella is obviously very injured at this point, right?
Oh yeah, she's very injured.
Ollie.
Oh,
Well-
that's right. Oh, it might not be a choice anymore.
Yeah, Ollie is going to sort of like crouch down, like not like just and like but put himself like over Prunella, and like just be like, you know what, if he needs to attack me, that's fine, but he's not getting another attack on Prunella.
And the bear moves forward, and as he gets right up to you, you hear the girl in the back go, "Stop." And then the man who is in the shape of a bear changes back to a man.
That close to him?
Yep.
You're welcome, Ollie.
Ollie is unbothered. He is actually very concerned with Prunella's current state. And yeah.
All right. Sure. The girl walks over. See, it was a test for both of you. She was willing to go up against something she couldn't beat, and she knew it. Sorry you got hurt doing that, but sometimes that's how you prove things.
You hear a fuck you and cat ease.
And you were willing to sit there and let him take a swipe at you rather than let him finish her off. All right, you're loyal to each other. It's not everything, but it's a start. We'll talk it over with the rest of the pack. She need blood?
It's probably not something you could provide at the moment.
This is the group that can! Of all the places to need blood, I am in the best place right now.
Unless you have some, Ollie's in a pause, some purebred anything in the area.
Pick her up. Bring her with.
Ollie will absolutely pick up Prunella.
Beauty farmer?
In one hand, and her clothes still neatly folded in the other, because he does not want Prunella's clothes ruined, because that might make her even more angry.
All right, give me a Dex plus Athletics.
Sure, absolutely.
When I reached down to protect her, I also didn't wrinkle her clothes.
Damn right. I have fleetness up, so I can use that to add to Dex, right?
Yep,
absolutely. Yep. Cool. That'll work. I hate these glasses. I can't. It takes me forever to figure out which of the blood dye. All right.
You might want to get a custom set just for when you're playing him.
Shit. Wow. 9 dice, 3 successes, because
that's enough. You managed to avoid getting her clothes mussed or bled on from the open wounds on her at this point.
Yeah, and Ollie will carry
Dead.
Prunella and her clothes to wherever he needs to take them.
And they take you on a walk. It's a bit of a walk, actually.
Wait. Is she unconscious?
No, she's conscious.
I'm still conscious. And we're walking with the girl and the bear
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
And he put his overalls back on.
Yeah, he did when he went back to the other side of the
Well,
bridge.
she's gonna make the assumption, since the girl could talk. She's gonna say when they're close enough as the walk goes, she'll just be like, those are very in right now.
She'll just shake her head, walking on. And after a good 1.5 mile hike, it's a good long walk. You come on what looks to be a horse stable. And she can feed here. We heard it. That's the least we can do. That one's an Arabian. She should be fine with that.
Ollie's just sort of like look at this leopard in his arms and just sort of, do I put you down? Because he doesn't speak leopard. He's like looking at, we put you down? Like, what do I...
Can she...
Can she walk?
Can she walk?
She can. It hurts. Everything hurts right now. You've got 3 aggravated wounds and full boxes on your superficial too. So everything hurts. So
she'll do the struggle thing that animals do when they're in your arms, where it's like, I want down, so that she wants down.
Sure. Ollie will sort of like... Ollie will squat down and let Prunella be free with her feral weapons all over his arm.
With her bloody body. Meow.
She will look at you and say, "You're too short. Change back."
Yes, because she was going to change back in his arms. Of course, that was the next step.
I mean, I guess you could. It would be kind of awkward, though.
If I had gone that route, they would be straight up just be like, we're never speaking of this.
No, absolutely
How did
not.
this game girl go? We're not talking about it.
It went fine. Don't ask for details. Yeah.
Do you go and feed on the horsey?
Yep, naked.
Tracks.
That tracks.
Already got a little blood on her clothes. She's not getting
Composure
bored.
plus animal kin.
What?
Composure plus animal kin.
Luckily, I only got to with 2 hunger. So
Yeah.
Could have been worse.
Yeah, you're not in danger of frenzying or anything. You're just in a bad way.
So do some healing, some feeding, some healing, some feeding. Be fine.
Yeah.
Yay. 1, 2, 3 successes.
Okay. So once you get you feed down, she's like, I've got another one that's pure blood over there. I'm going to do something that's going to make it harder for you to frenzy. But you need to heal. Okay? Don't resist. I am doing this to make it harder for you to frenzy. Up to you, though.
You don't want to kill the horse, do you?
I don't want to kill the horse.
Then
I don't
let
want to kill the dogs. I don't want to kill any of the animals.
That's sweet. and good, honestly. Yeah, so she will not get hungrier activating this. Are you resisting? You have the option.
She's skeptical, but she's not resisting.
Okay. All right. You feel she looks at you and locks eyes with you. And that part of yourself that is a beast just retreats. It goes away. You cannot blood surge. You can rouse for healing, but you cannot blood surge. You cannot messy crit. You will not be able to frenzy. So I'm going to just say we don't need to go through the die rolls for each one. You're able to heal your superficial. I will make you roll through the die rolls for your aggravated wounds, though, because you can heal one aggravated wound. So that takes 3 rolls, 3 rouses.
To heal the one aggravated.
Yep.
And I won't frenzy.
You will not frenzy.
That's the point. Okay.
Yeah.
I success on the first one, fail, success.
Okay, so you're up to 2 again. She's like, you can feed from the Andalusian over there if you want.
Fed and healed one. Okay. Would that one make her able to walk better?
I mean, you still get 2 aggravated wounds, so you're still a little bit messed up, but you're no longer impaired because you've already healed all of the superficial too. So you'll be able to walk normally. It hurts.
It's fine.
And the big guy now, in his overalls walks up. Sorry. You fought pretty good, though.
Thanks. But bear versus cat, not really.
Yeah.
Different weight classes.
That's all right. Do you want your clothes back? I mean, I'm not saying I mind. But
is he being respectful or is it not? But she would go for her clothes probably pretty quick after being whatever too.
What's your insight?
I think it's 3.
Okay.
Yes. Her insight's 3.
And your wits are
3.
3? Okay. So yeah, you can just I'm not gonna make you roll for it. You just kind of get a read that there is a certain amount of playfulness in the comment of, not that I'm saying I mind, but he is still being respectful. He is walking that line between trying to be respectful, but also maybe a little flirty.
Yeah, I'm almost kind of being like, for this type of guy, I'm guessing it was like, you fight good. I could have waited till after you were dressed to say that. But yeah, she'd get dressed after. They're both named Charlie? Was that what?
Yeah.
What? After girl Charlie did the thing.
Yeah.
That she did, she would go and get dressed. Like, no, I don't need to eat any more horses.
All right.
Thank you for the offer, but I can walk. I'm good.
Good. We're not saying we agree. We're saying we're agreeing to listen. You prove that you have loyalty to each other, and that's something. What can you do for us? There's a
What
few
are
of
you
us here.
searching for?
Well,
Your family is known to move about, sometimes spending longer in a place rather than shorter. But if you were gonna leave, I mean, what are you looking for?
someplace where we won't get hassled by local
Who's bothered you
authorities.
here?
Well, we occasionally have to warn off local authorities. We caught a hunter not too long ago, so we're thinking of relocating. You can find us a spot in Newark that we can relocate to. Got wild places that we won't get hassled. We'll consider it. Come back with an offer on that. Call first.
Absolutely. Is the number that you called me from, is that a good number?
Sure. What's your name?
Prunella?
Prunella. All right. You know I'm Charlie, and this is Charlie. And he's Ollie, right?
That's me.
All right. Tell your Baron no one else is allowed to come out here except you and Ollie, and only to talk.
Understood.
But you did good.
All right.
And
So we should be getting back before the
yeah,
bit of a walk,
trails that way.
bit of a drive. So thank you for your hospitality this evening.
And as we leave our two kindred walking back to their car, we're going to take a moment to refocus for a moment.
I hate when we refocus.
We're going to refocus back on the apartment.
Great. It's on fire.
And in the apartment, there's Cecil, the sad ghost of Cecil, sitting in the living room. And as he is sitting there, you see the little girl appear before him, black-eyed, staring and silent. And Cecil says, I wish you could talk to me. I wish you would tell me what's going on. And the little black-eyed girl cries ghost tears as she attacks Cecil and dives through the wall. And we're going to leave it at that.
You did that because Katie's watching, didn't you?
Uh-huh.
Just had to be mean to Katie.
So,
I fully support that plan, but yes.
thank you everyone who shows up and watches with us. We love that people are having as much fun watching us as we are playing. We're going to do our introductions, which are going to be slightly quicker this time.
Indeed.
Yeah, so first, Ollie.
I'm Wax, a dark path on TikTok. I play Ollie, our himbo Toreador, who can punch things sometimes.
Not
And
tonight.
does Not tonight. Not tonight. No punching tonight.
And Prunella.
I'm Mouse, RageMouxe on whatever, and I am Prunella, who, surprise, can turn into a leopard. I'm sure that certain people scream.
That seems likely. Seems likely, or they will when they watch it on demand if they weren't able to watch it live. But I am Jeremiah McCoy. I'm the happiest storyteller for this campaign, also known as Basics of the Game, both on TikTok and here on Twitch. We run this game every 2 weeks, and we are so happy to be able to let people join in on the fun. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you next time.